Hey, each of you, this review comes to The Lion King and a reaction video. I don't recall seeing this trailer, and I will share my perspective. It may seem like a very offbeat perspective that no one else I could imagine would give. So, further ado, I'll start by talking about animation in general. It seems to put so many people use ignorance, and it seems to be an escape of what actually goes on on this planet, and fantasies, mythicality, spiritual woo-woo. That word realism as a philosophy, it actually sounds like you'd be something who's into practicable or evidence and stuff, but actually it doesn't. That's irrationalism. People that talk about irrationalism as being like crazy or whatever, no, it's actually the more scientific philosophy. So animation as a tool, I suppose, can get useful in certain contexts sparingly, but for entertainment and so many purposes that don't actually serve our needs. All right.
Not fair, is it, my little friend? While some are born to feast, others spend their lives in the dark.
Some are born to feast, others spend their lives in the dark. I agree with that, except that word some. Can you get specific, Jafar? Wait, no, that's Aladdin. Not Scarface. Not Scarface. What's his name? Whatever. But that word some is called an absolutism. If you look within general semantics, it's analogous to the word all. Instead of saying some, it's like a generalization. So you could get specific. Some, how many? But I agree with those words he said, but what I would guess what he means by feast as meaning carnivorism, and I'm sure I'll touch on that soon.
Begging for scraps.
Yeah, okay. Here I go. Evolution, Darwinianism is a myth. Yeah, a very unpopular perspective or theory, but nonetheless not accurate. Competition and scarcity of resources, yeah, that has happened and does continue to occur on this planet within species, but it's not necessity. It doesn't drive evolution. It doesn't it may cause physiological generational effects, but it doesn't. Evolution is more trying to say about how species continue for millions of years, and the theme of it is that it's necessary to evolutionary progress, and it's not. And that's what people sensationalize and idolize about evolution and the circle of life, quote unquote. It's just like a nationalistic projection of warfare from nature. And yes, species eat each other to survive, but that's the thing, the word survive. You could talk about the word thrive. What makes species thrive? And my theory is what makes species thrive is mainly fruit. And that, because fruit is the most symbiotic plant life form available. And I have tons of evidence about this theory and how, yeah, species haven't done this. Species haven't practiced this mainly in the past, but their families and subspecies and all, there's so many different types of phylogenetic classifications that yes, they do and they can, and the ones who continue thriving do so by a fruit. You say fruit, you're so limiting, and that's what people say, and that fruit is such a restrictive. But consider this, there's like 100,000 species of fruit on this planet. See how long it takes you, you can see how long it takes you to count to 100,000.
Everything you see exists together in a delicate balance. While others search for what they get.
A delicate balance, as in, are you pointing to ecological study of population dynamics, like as in the popularly cited foxes or wolves and deer populations, that the deer just exponentially procreate, or the rabbits on the island just exponentially procreate and destroy everything, causing an ecological disaster, time bomb, like extinctions? That's not the case under certain circumstances. Those effects are with isolated variables. There's so many variables into population dynamics. And the more we incorporate mutualistic, symbiotic, and reciprocal species interdependence, then the less we see of violent, destructive, devolusive predation and carnivory.
Take. A true king searches for what he can give.
Run away, Simba, and never return.
Oh, that I saw that paw, and it reminded me of that word. I remembered that word pride. That word, to feel confident with fidens, fidelity, as in basically a totalitarianistic, human-centric, anthropocentric projection of violence towards others. It's about, that word pride comes from lions. Have pride in yourself, people say. Yeah? You want me to fucking... I mean, this is YouTube. It's okay, I think. You want me to rip apart shreds of like babies and stuff, like a lion does? That's what you want? You want me to be proud of that? You want me to you want me to rape animals and torture them by taunting them and, you know, bullying other people and stuff. It's absurd. We do this anthropomorphic projection where we try to mimic other species in the environment as survival tactics, and it's subpar. It's ineffective. If we focus on the grand theme of evolution and how it actually works, we'll find out it's very non-violent, and it's actually a very enjoyable and compassionate way of living. But yeah, like we project animals, words about animals and of animals so frequently. It seems important that people get aware of exactly what our words mean and how we use them. And you can go back to a lot of animalistic words that we use. I like that scene with Rafiki playing in trees. Hey, humans are apes, and we evolved out of trees, and I think us going to the ground really devolutivized. Could I say that? Devolves us. I don't want a house. I want a tree house.
Take your place.
Civilization idolizes violence and fighting. Fighting's not necessary. How about we look for solutions to stop fighting? People say, fight cancer, fight intolerance, fight this, fight that, fight, kill. It's insane. It's devolutive, and it's leading us to a 6 maths extinction, that mentality to fight. And it's propaganda from military strategies, from elitism, people making money off of divide and conquer strategies, dividing us up and blaming each other.
In the circle of life.
That symbol on that rock, that wall, I think that's a powerful scene, since symbolatry with mammals or more complex brained species can understand symbolism to certain extents. A very obvious example as gorillas getting studied in like zoos and stuff. They can memorize like 3,000 sign language words, and I'm sure certain other species, maybe I could look through scientific research if they've done stuff like in biological research about other species understanding symbolism, and certainly they would through classical conditioning and operant conditioning. But yeah. I do value that they make this look natural. We've strayed from nature very far and destroyed much of it, and bringing us back to thinking about it, especially in wildernesses, or trying to experience it, showing this to new generations of children and adolescents and stuff, so that they get reminded that, hey, this planet needs us, we need it. I mean, not that a planet to anthropomorphize planet, but life on this planet needs us, and we need to stop destroying. We need plants mainly. And this, I don't know how much, it probably doesn't cause much effect, but it's a pleasant reminder, I guess. Bye. Overall impression, nah.